All right, man, so in this video, I'm going to give you some basic movements for a warm-up before your workout. And also I'm going to give you some stretches at the end if you're someone who spends a lot of time sitting at a desk, sitting in, whether you're in the office or maybe you're sitting traveling for work. I tend to be sitting in my squad car a lot. So these are just some movements and stretches that will be beneficial for you as well. I would implement them as more of a morning or evening routine to just help stretch your body out. But we'll get into that in just a second. So again, to begin with, just a few movements that you can do as a warm-up. Now, I would typically do this traveling, either on my sidewalk or, if I'm at a gym, maybe on a basketball court, whatever. You can use wherever you have. If you don't have much room, you can do it stationary like I'm going to show you. But I personally like to travel with them. So first is just going to be pulling your knees into your chest. So just pull your knees up into your chest, try and keep your toe up from the side. Again, I would be moving typically, but pulling your knees as high as you can up to your chest. A good number I usually go by if I'm not using a distance is 10. Just 10 total reps. You can judge that on your body, and if you need a little bit more, do a little bit more. But next one is going to be heel pulls. So just pulling your heel up to your butt. You can also grab opposite foot to opposite hand. There's not much difference as you're doing it. Try and stay nice and tall. The goal is to stretch out your front of your hips, your hip flexors. And one other thing I would say, make sure you're keeping your heel as you pull it up behind your butt. Don't pull it off to the side. That could cause some injury. Second is what I call a pigeon pose from yoga, but you're grabbing underneath your knee, over top, and you're just pulling gently. None of these are don't pull aggressively, just pull gently. If you aren't quite able to do that, just kind of kick your leg out. You grab the bottom of your shoe and do that. Again, 10 reps, everything. What I would do from there is increase that into a more speed or a more high impact. So some of you might be able to do this, some of you might not be able to do this, but it's going to be high knees, butt kickers. Again, you can do a number of reps, number of steps, or a certain distance if you're able to have space to travel. Next, I usually do a one leg stand. So what I'm doing is actually a single leg RDL. What you're doing is taking your opposite hand and reaching down and touching your opposite toe. So reach down, touch your opposite toe. If you lose your balance, it's fine. This isn't about being perfectly balanced. It's about moving your body in a way that's going to allow you to get a better workout. So again, opposite hand. You can do one leg, or you can alternate back and forth. Side view. If you need to, for balance, kick your leg out to the side. Again, 10 reps or so, 5 to 6 each leg will get you started. Next, just squats, your basic squat. So body weight squat, sitting your hips back and down. Again, at least 10, 15, 20 is good, or do a couple sets of 10. From there, I like to do lunges. Again, traveling if you can, otherwise you're stepping forward, stepping back from the side. And just take your time, do the best you can. If you need a wall to hold on to, if your balance isn't great, do that, it's fine. You can also do lateral lunges where you're stepping to the side and just go back and forth. If you don't feel comfortable with those, maybe you're not quite there yet, just don't do it, okay? Next is push-ups. You can, start from the top on a plank position, start from the bottom and just start pushing yourself up depending on where you are in your ability. Doesn't matter. The point is do the movement to the best of your ability, okay? So from the top, down, up. If you need to start on the ground, start on the ground. Snake up, snake down. Snake up, snake down. Okay, so those are some just basic movements for a warm-up that you can do. I would encourage you to add in some bounding, which I can't really show because this is a stationary video, but essentially you're just leaping from one leg to the next, or just light jogging. Jog back and forth. You can jog in place. Jumping jacks are good just to get your heart rate up, warm your body up. All right, so that's, again, a basic warm-up. Next, I'm just going to show you a couple exercises to help stretch out the front, your chest, your hips, if you're someone who is in a vehicle all day, if you're someone who is sitting at a desk all day, or if you're someone that has experienced some low back pain. Chances are the issue isn't your low back, it's another part of your body, and our bodies actually use nerves to send signals to our brain, to other parts of our body that, hey, there's an issue. And our low back gets a bad rap. We tend to think, oh, I have a back issue, when really you don't have a back issue. You have a tightness in your muscle somewhere else, or an issue in one of your joints, or maybe in your spine. So some movements or stretches to help you just maybe relieve some back pain, but also just to help you if you're sitting a lot. First one is you're going to be in like a lunge position. Knee on the ground, one knee on the ground, the other one forward, and you're just going to be nice and tall. You don't have to push your hips forward because chances are you're going to feel a stretch here. Just sit here. I like to count breaths. You can, just get a timer, 30 seconds to a minute to start with. Then you can start raising your arm up, and you're going to feel more of a stretch. Again, you don't have to arch back at all. Just nice and tall. You're going to feel that stretch. Start out with 30 or so seconds, and just build yourself up over time. Again, morning routine, evening routine after you wake up or before you go to bed. These are great. Second is does require a piece of PVC pipe or a broom handle, or even a band if you want to grab a band. But what you're going to do is you're going to start with your hands wide, and you're just going to go over top, back and forth. This is great for stretching out your chest. Again, if you tend to drive, we always like to lean forward. Sitting at a desk, it sucks, I get it. But as you get looser in your shoulders, you can scoot your hands in and just go in as far as you can. You're not going to force anything. If you get stuck, bring your hands out a little bit, come back, and do it again. Okay, you can also use your PVC pipe or broom handle on the previous one where you're on your knees. So those are just a couple exercises to help stretch out your front of your body, which tends to get the tightest because, again, we're in that position where we're sitting, leaning forward, hunched forward, driving at a computer. So try these, do the warm-ups, do the exercises if you need to help stretch yourself out. And if you have any questions, just let me know.